Starting this morning at 7 a.m. Had a nice big hill to climb to get away from the shelter. But look how beautiful it is already. Can't wait till the sun starts coming up. Good morning on day number 15. Today we enter the Smokies. Oh my god. I'm so excited. Although, so today's Sunday and it's supposed to rain Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, possibly snow on Friday. So as of right now, it stands to be that I should only have 2 clear days in the park. I don't mind it so much because for those who've watched other videos and know, I used to live outside the park, and so I've done the AT through the park many times. And even since I've been back in Michigan, I've been down here a bazillion times and have hiked most of the park. So I've seen all the sights on the AT, so it's not going to be devastating that I'm not going to get to see it, but I feel really bad for the people who've never been in the park before and aren't going to get to see some of these views. That's going to be disappointing. But, so last night, there was a former thru hiker named Iron Will who came to the shelter. He was giving up like snacks and stuff. It was so awesome. So I got an off-brand Twinkie. He made sure to let us know it was off-brand because he said it doesn't taste as good as a Twinkie. I ate that this morning for breakfast, and then he gave me some Reese's little mini peanut butter cups. And then this morning, as I was going to the parking lot, I'm walking past this car in the lot, and I hear, "Hey!" And I look over. It's Iron Will. He gave me a little bag of like Little W's blueberry muffins, and then some more Reese's cups. So, thank you, Iron Will. You're the best. So now I've got plenty of snacks to power me up this first climb. I can't wait. Here we go. We're gonna be crossing the dam. So what's really cool is we're heading up that mountain. You can see, whoop, there is Shuck Stack Tower. We gotta head all the way up there today. It's official, guys. I'm now crossing into the national park. Here we go. For those who didn't know, it is a pretty nice long road walk until you actually get to the trail in the park. Oh, gotta love walking on the road. Not. Big moment, guys. The famous box. Depositing my permit. Here we go. So I want to tell you about last night. And don't mind me if I'm breathing heavy. I found a little flat spot, so I'm going to record, but I'm probably going to be going uphill again in like 2 seconds. Anyway, last night I got reception and turned my phone on, and I get an alert from my credit card company stating they declined a charge suspecting fraud and wanted me to verify whether I made the charge or not. Well, the charge was for $1,008 for the company of Shipped, which if you don't know what Shipped is, it's a grocery delivery service. I definitely didn't make that charge of $1,000 in grocery delivery to the trail. So I contacted my credit card company, and what's the best thing that can happen when you're out on the trail? Is you have to cancel your credit card because of fraud. Well, luckily I still have my bank card with me, but I like using my credit card because of that fraud protection that they have. So they're going to be mailing out to my parents' home my new credit card in 4 to 6 days, and then I'm going to have to have my parents somehow mail that to me somewhere on the trail so I have a new one. I had to go online last night and change a couple payment methods that I have for reoccurring payments. And then there's also one more account that I use to pay monthly for something, and I can't contact them yet because I don't want it to come out of my bank account if I don't have to. So I'm gonna wait and see. It doesn't come out for like another 2 weeks, I think, 2.5 weeks. So I should hopefully get the new card number, at least my parents, and they could tell it to me, and I can call them and give them the new card number. But I mean, what a pain in the butt, right? Of all things to happen. It couldn't have happened while I was still at home. And then later at night, I got an email from Shipped stating, your address has been changed. You didn't change it. Please change your password. So I went on my account, which, by the way, I haven't used Shipped in like over a year. But it stores your credit card information on there. So, found out last night, apparently somebody hacked that account of mine from Arizona, because the address was an Arizona address, and tried to make that charge. Sorry, out of breath. But I deleted, not like it matters, the card's moot point now, but I deleted the payment method off of that, changed the address back, but nowhere could I find how to change my password. So I'll have to figure that out eventually, but I don't use the delivery service anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter now that there's no payment method on it. But that was my whole debacle last night, trying to get that all settled and squared away. Whew. I don't know what the temp's supposed to be today. I think somewhere around 50, but we're climbing a good chunk of the morning. I'm probably going like 1 mile per hour right now. I'm going so slow. But it's okay, I got all day. I don't know where I'm going. There's Molly's Ridge Shelter. There's Russell Field Shelter right after that. And then there's Spence Field. Definitely don't think I'm doing Spence, because that's like a 17.3, I think, a mile day. And this climb is brutal. But ideally I'd like to hit Russell Field, so we'll see. But you know, there's the tower again, guys. All the way up there. Got a while to go. Check out this tree. That's cool. Took the short but very steep side trail up to Shuck Stack fire tower, and now I gotta go climb that. How can you not on a perfectly clear day? So some of these panes are missing their glass. It's really windy up here, but check out these views. What's really awesome is there's the dam down there. I came from all the way down there this morning. Can you believe that? Shelter's over there somewhere. Crazy. Look at these views. Ooh, so windy up here. Wow. Love this. Even the old chimney is still here. While I'm going downhill, I figured I'd tell you guys another dilemma I've had, but so I have a Thermarest Neo X Lite, something like that, women's version pad, and I've had it for probably over a year now, and since the very first time I ever used it, it loses air throughout the night. And I assumed, because I don't even know how many times I used it, it was during winter camping. So I assumed that it was because I was blowing the pad up earlier in the day when my tent was warm, and then at night the temps dipped really low, and that can also, that can cause your pad to lose air. So that's what I thought it was, and no big deal. Well then, summer had rolled around, I was still having the same issue. So I thought maybe that's just what this pad does. I don't know. I've never had a pad leak air, but this is only my, I think, third inflatable pad. I always used to use foam for years. So I'm like, what do I know, So then I asked a girl at the shelter who had the exact same pad as me, the women's version and all, if her pad did that during the night. And she said no, her pad has never lost air during the night. So clearly I have a faulty pad, and I don't think there's a hole in it, because it could be a pinhole. I could be totally wrong, but the fact that from my very first time using it, it's done this, I think it's a faulty valve. Because also, when I go to blow it up, sometimes it makes like this squealing noise, and I've never heard anybody else's pad do that when they're blowing it up. So I think there might be like a small gap, or I don't know, something very tiny in the valve letting air out all through the night. So every single night I wake up in the middle of the night and have to blow it back up again. It's really irritating, but inflatables are really expensive, so I don't plan on replacing it. In the wintertime, it really stinks because when your pad deflates, you lose warmth. So I wake up in the middle of the night cold, have to reinflate it, and then I'm good for a while. But I'm thinking it might not be such a big issue when the warmer weather rolls around, because it won't be as cold when it starts to deflate. I mean, I'll still reinflate it when I wake up, but it shouldn't be as bad. But had I realized that this was the pad's fault from day one, I would have returned it and got a new one. But now it's been over a year, and I know better now. It's too late. But I'm gonna make do. If the leak becomes worse throughout this hike, then I'm gonna have to replace it, because as of right now, it's like loses half of its air, so I'm not completely on the ground when I wake up in the middle of the night, but I have sunk quite a bit. Whew. Going uphill. God, it's beautiful out today. But I started out with my puffy on, no gloves. Then I switched to no puffy, no gloves. Then I switched to a rain jacket, no gloves. Then I switched to a rain jacket with gloves. It's getting colder, but just we're going really high in elevation today. But I'm just so excited today. So happy. It's such a beautiful day for the first day of the Smokies. So this is in the way, but clearly, if you look here, a path going all the way up to the top, people have gone around up there and then gone down the other side. You think they would have cleared this? Sheesh. Probably can't see it on camera, but there are tons and tons of tiny little flowers all over the place. But so, what's so special about that sign I just showed you was from here on out, I am straddling between North Carolina and Tennessee, and this continues for a really long way. I can't tell you the mileage for sure, I don't know, but it goes well beyond the Smokies. But so I will be going back and forth pretty much daily between North Carolina and Tennessee, and then I leave North Carolina for a little while and stay in Tennessee for a bit. Then I kind of come back in North Carolina, and then I leave North Carolina for good. But it's going to be a while. But I think it's kind of cool that I'm technically now in my third state, but still in my second one. Thank goodness, made it to Molly's Ridge. My gas tank is on empty. I'm struggling to get up. I'm gonna sit down with my pack off and eat lunch.
Good afternoon.
Well, I had my lunch break, and lunch consisted of a tortilla wrap with tuna and sunflower oil, and a mayo packet that really was not mayo. It was all oil that came out of there. So I don't know if that means it's not good. I got them off of Amazon. Maybe they're expired or something. I don't know, but it was all oil. And then put bacon bits on top of that. Man, I must have been really hungry, because that is the best thing I have eaten in forever. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I was so hungry. And then I had a packet of cheese / peanut butter crackers. And then I was chit-chatting with people at the shelter. And then I'm heading to Russell Field. I officially decided I'm stopping at Russell Field, even though it'll be early. I am just exhausted today. Today has wiped me out. And it's crazy, because, you know, it's a really hard climb up, but you figure my 19.5 mile day, or even that 16-mile day where I climbed over 5,600 feet in elevation, that I've been more tired those days, but nope, today. So I don't know how many miles that's gonna put me at today. I think it's like 14 point something. I'll put it down on below so you know. But I did pass by a lot of people on my way up going south. I stopped to talk to some of them, and most of them were section hikers just out for doing the Smokies. But I passed by 2 different sets of, like, a couple, a guy and a girl, 2 different ones, and they had through hiker AT tags hanging from their packs, and they were going south, and I thought that was kind of weird. So in my head I'm trying to figure out, you know, are they flip-floppers and they started north and they're heading down to Springer and gonna flip back up, or thinking maybe they didn't want to do the big climb out of Fontana, so they got a shuttle to Newfound and are doing it south, and then they're going to get back to Newfound and do it north, because that part's easier going north. I don't know, but I ran into a guy at the shelter who said that he's been hiking with some of those people for a couple days now, and he noticed them going south too. So he actually thinks that at least one of those couples is actually quitting, because they're otherwise, why are they going back the other way? I mean, the Smokies are really hard. They really are. So I guess if you make it this far and it's rough, you know, I don't know. But when I passed by both of those couples, they did not look very happy, either one of them. So maybe they were northbounders who decided to call it quits and head back down to Fontana. I don't know. Whew. Long-winded. So this is so pretty, guys. Let me show you. See if you can you see all those flowers behind me? Hold on. It's fields of flowers. It's just so pretty. Oh, but it's really, really cold out here. I was sitting in the shelter and had to put my puffy on. Still got my rain jacket on, and in the sun it's a little bit warmer, so I'm leaving my puffy on, but I'm still quite cold. it's gonna be probably a really cold night tonight. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. I really hope these flowers are coming through on the video. I can't tell, but God, it's beautiful. They're everywhere. Look at that. That's really weird. It's like the tree trunk is completely bent over. And I don't know how the shadows are with this video, but then it's open on the inside. But I mean, just completely bent over. That's crazy. Well guys, I made it. It's a really big area. Lots of good tenting spots. So the Appalachian Trail goes over there. And I don't know if I told you guys, I ended up sleeping in the shelter last night, debating about doing it again tonight. It's just so much easier to pack up in the morning when you don't have to pack up your tent. So I'll figure it out, because there are really nice tenting spots. So I don't know. But I'm glad I stopped now, because my right calf the last 3 miles, oh man, it tightened up so bad on me. It wasn't really painful, just crazy tight. So glad to be done for the day.
Second stitches out.
Mm-hmm.